Hello everyone! So as a professional mermaid, I do a lot of mermaid parties for little girls for their birthdays, and at every single event I have ever done, kids are always trying to figure out if I'm real or not. So here are some answers that I always give them using my imagination to try to keep the magic alive. First of all, kids are always all up in your fluke because they know fabric mermaid tails a lot of times will have an open fluke, and that is the first thing they look for to see if you're real or not. This is why I think as a professional mermaid, you need to either have a really nice fabric tail or a silicone or a mythic because it just looks and feels more real. And if kids are asking if you're a real mermaid, having a silicone or a mythic tail allows you to say, hey, you can touch my scales and see for yourself. And because they look and feel a little more realistic, it keeps the magic a bit more alive. The only problem with mythic tails, even though they are so sparkly and so pretty and photographed so well, the way that they are put together, the neoprene does show through a little bit, at least on mine it does. So a lot of times the kids will point out where there's space between the scales and they see the neoprene and they're like, what's that? Obvious answer, oh, that's just my skin. All fish have skin and their scales grow out of it. And if you happen to lose a scale, because that always happens with mythics, just tell the kids, oh, that's okay, fish lose scales all the time. I'll just grow a new one. Do you want to keep it? Also, some of them will notice that I cannot actually breathe underwater, so I usually explain this as being an aquatic mammal. I will say something like, oh, well, all mermaids are aquatic mammals, like dolphins and seals. We breathe air and just hold our breath underwater. I have even had kids come up and start squeezing like my calves to see if they can feel my legs underneath of my tail. So I usually just say, oh, those are just my bones, silly guppy. All fish have bones, including mermaids. And those are a few ways that I gaslight the children at my parties into thinking I am a real mermaid.